educated girls.
Keep going, guys. I'm just, because the topic is so good. Yeah.
More educated girls are better for society. I remember the days when I was little. My mother, she never went to school. She didn't know how to read and write. So was my grandmother. Never went to school, didn't know how to read and write. But my sister, she graduated from college. She is a doctor, All of a sudden it changed. See, from my grandmother and my mother never were educated, and my sister is a doctor. So that's the difference in just one generation.
Yeah.
And it had to be done at some point, but it happened in front of my eyes. I was happy to see it. I was lucky to witness all these things, and
Yeah.
the year I was graduating, I tell you a funny story. I was in the final year, and the new batch coming, there were like a lot of girls, half girls and half rest of the boys. And the first day when I went to school, so there's a college building, right? And in front is the office building. Then there's a walkway from the office building, the principal and all those teachers' places. There's a walkway from there to the main building where the labs and theater, lecture theaters are and everything. So the very first day, I'm a final year student. I know everything, the whole building. And I'm walking from office building to the lecture theater on that walkway. And I was shocked to see on both sides of the walkway, there were so many girls. I was shocked. I was like 21-year-old, looking at all these beautiful people, I was just shocked myself. I said, wow. So
and it was a specialized school, right?
Yeah, I thought, am I in the right school? It's a pharmacy school. What all these girls are doing here, Because back then pharmacy wasn't a girls' profession at all, And majority was guys, because we had to manufacture things, we had to operate a lot of machinery and all that. So it was a lot of work in it, Manufacturing part was very hard. But when I see them standing on both sides of the walkway, and I was walking with 2 or 3 my other friends, and I was looking on both sides, they were all looking at me. I said, "Oh, okay, I'm getting attention." So I was happy. I thought maybe they are looking at my friends, not at me. So after I got to the other side, I left my friend. Hey, I got something to do. You guys go. I'll come back. So I came back on the same path. Now I'm walking back, and they are looking at me again. So I was so happy. Oh, I'm getting attention and all this. So that final year I was in school was so interesting. Some other day I'll give you the whole story. But I loved getting that attention. Then I did 2 or 3 times. I went back, then I went back again. All attentions were at me, and it was never happened in my life, and it was the first time I was so happy, so excited to be there in life. I said, okay, I have 1 year to enjoy them. Let's be it, It was better if they started with me when I was 5 years ago when I came to the school, but now they are here. So we had that 1 year was very interesting, very funny. I mean, just the presence of the feminine energy in the class was so exciting, and so interesting that changed my life too,
Yeah, I would tell you that in my college, when I was studying, there were mostly girls and women. There were a few guys out there. I think when I started again, there were more guys, but then women from all over,
Yeah.
The college has become the place for women. It used to be traditionally, conventionally, the girls who would go to college to meet their future husbands.
That's what
If you
it
look
was.
at the story of
Yeah,
how Kate Middleton met William,
yeah,
okay, we
yeah,
can all agree, right?
yeah.
That
And,
was probably why she was sent to that same college that Prince William
yeah,
was attending,
yeah.
right?
So,
But
tell you, yeah, go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
but now we look at women in the colleges, and I honestly don't know why they go to college now.
Yeah, there's too many girls there, and
Because there are too many girls, and look what it
yeah,
does to the society. I'm not against the education. I'm not
yeah,
against the college degrees or whatever. I have my own college degrees, quite a few actually. But the idea behind that, why to bother to go to college to get this soft, easy specialty, let's say marketing, communications,
yeah,
something that will die in depression.
yeah, yeah,
What for? What's
yeah,
the purpose? If you don't marry the guy, you get this useless kind of degree that
yeah,
every other woman out there has.
yeah,
It's not a STEM specialty that would actually save lives, that would actually help the society in any
yeah,
way. And don't
yeah,
get me wrong, marketing is useful as long as social media exists, you know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But
And
there are so many marketers out there. I get constantly bombarded by them.
yeah,
Oh, we checked your YouTube channel. Oh, you should improve this. Oh, you should work
yeah,
on this. Oh, let us help you. Just pay us the money. This is
yeah,
the message I get all the time. We,
yeah,
we figured out the way why you are not booming on
yeah,
YouTube. And always they come up with this kind of reasons why I should hire them.
yeah,
You don't realize I actually have a degree in mass media and communications myself.
I,
Right.
I,
They're not out there like just trying to do whatever you have to do to like get the
yeah,
numbers up. Like
Exactly.
doing your thing. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I give you a very good example. It's an actual example of love in college, why girls go and why, you know, why they want to look for their match while they are in school, because they are young, they are beautiful. And so when the story I was saying that I started my final year. So my brother was in final year too. We were together in the pharmacy school. So the guys who knew that we are brothers, they knew. Nobody ever told us that you guys are brothers, because they knew all of them. Our names, last names were the same, and we never hang out together in school as much as we did in the home, because we had other set of friends. He has his friends, I had my own friends. But if there was something we need to talk, we met, we talked with each other, and people knew that we are friends. So after that first day of parade, when I was watching, I did a few times that thing. So a few days later, and a few of the girls came to me, and they told Pawan, my name PK, my actual name is Pawan. Say, Pradeep is your brother? I said, yeah, but nobody ever asked me. He's my brother. Everybody knew. He said, yeah, that's very exciting. He's your brother. You live together. Yeah, we live in the same house. So they say, so one of the girls in the group who came to ask me, she was going out with my brother. I didn't know. And they are married, and since after that they got married, and they are still together. It's been like what, 35, 40 years. Yeah, that's where they met in school. So she tells me, uh, oh, I'm the girl who is with your brother. But she tells me, oh, there are other girls, they want to know about you. I said, yeah, okay, send them to me, I'll talk with them. So the thing, when you are in a group, I didn't know. I was, all my life I've been an individual person. I don't do these things in groups or talk about other people, and all this was never my habit. But being her, my brother's girlfriend, in the group, so they were talking, and she was telling them he's his brother, and he is very smart and he does all these things. So people were excited. So they were always coming and asking me things, and that's the advantage I saw being in a school with the feminine energy that that brings the homogeneity to the group. When we were guys, we never experienced this thing. We're all guys. We would just do our things and gone or talked or whatever. Wasn't that kind of a, you can say, like a family setting, or a like a brother and sister, like a home kind of setting wasn't there, because I went to boys' school all my life, and the college was mostly boys. Was never a change. But that year, that was the change. And when they come and ask me and tell me things, felt different, because I never had a sister who was close to our age either. When I was in college, 21, my sister was 9 years old. So wasn't that feeling wasn't there. So it just took me a while to understand what's going on. Took me, until they came very close to me and we understood each other, and I was able
Yeah,
to
and
communicate.
I bet that they were coming from the two parents' households, right?
Household. Yeah.
The family unit was so much stronger back then
Strong.
when it just started. So there were a lot of women who were actually nice women who were raised by both parents. What
Yeah,
happens now
that
in
was a good
colleges, you
thing.
mostly see the girls from single parent households, and I mean single mothers. And so we've already talked about this in the previous video, that what can a single mother teach her daughter?
Yeah.
How to be single, right?
Yeah, that was a very good thing you brought up yesterday. And these were the girls who were coming from a family of mother and father, brothers and other relatives, and they knew how to do
Yeah.
things well, how to talk, how to respect each other, how to trust each other, how to be, like in a family atmosphere. And that was so new to me. I was just trying to learn it. I was going step by step, but I tell you, the whole year was so exciting, was full of new things, and full of desire to see them every morning coming to school and then leaving in the evening, going home and doing things. We were commuting every day. We weren't living in a hostel or anything. We were just, the college was like half hour, 45 minutes bus ride. So we had a special bus were taking us to school and then bringing us home. But that experience changed me a lot. It changed me a lot. I mean, it just I still talk with some of them and communicate, and I've been thankful to them, whatever the experience they gave me. Before that, I knew one side of myself, just manly side, the man, what boys do, what guys do, and that's it. I didn't know the other side, how to communicate. Thanks God they approached me, asked me questions. I would never go and ask them, wasn't my style. That wasn't me. I was happy to be just walk on that walkway a few times and felt good about it. Just they were looking at me was enough for me. That's it. I walked, they all, their eyes walked with me. Then I walked back by myself, their eyes walked with me
Well,
to
I
the
guess
bed.
it was quite a new phenomenon for them too, because
Yeah,
before
yeah,
that
that's what
the schools were
they,
divided, right?
yeah,
And they were also exploring and learning and how
yeah.
to communicate.
Now they are able to see people who weren't their brothers at home. They were somebody else, and different personalities and things, and they look for popularity. I mean, we were in the final year of school. Everybody knew us, not only the students, all years, all 5 years of students, but the professors and the staff and principal. And we were very close to everybody, talking, always joking and having fun. It's just that's what they loved. That's what they liked all year round. I saw them. I wasn't only the excited person; they were excited too. You know, and
There was that excitement that now I think it's mostly gone. I don't
it's
know,
gone.
Melody.
I don't
Melody, what do
see
you
it.
think? You're really quiet today.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of tired still, but well, I mean, everything is co-ed now, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
No.
just, I mean, now I think it'd be weird if people went to school, it was like all girls or all boys. People would be like doing the same thing, just kind of like looking around like, well, this is different. This is kind of weird, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, I never had a woman professor in my life or a woman teacher until I had a yoga teacher like 7 years ago was my first woman instructor or a teacher, or you can see the first time, you know, and was interesting. I mean, I had fellow students with me from pharmacy school on, but no professor. Even when I went to Ohio State University in the graduate program, all professors were all guys, you know, women were there. They were like studying like we were studying, but later on they became professor and all this. Now there are women professors everywhere, but I
Yeah.
never had the experience of learning under a woman teacher until very recently, you know, when I started yoga here, you know. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yoga
And
is mostly feminine dominant, I
in
would say.
America, yeah, yeah.
There are a few guys who teach yoga here, and they do a pretty good job too,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It's just so female dominant, you
Yeah.
know.
Yoga is all female
it
dominant.
used to be
And
like
when you,
all male, didn't it? Like
Yeah.
that, I mean, hundreds of years ago or
yeah,
whatever.
was all
It
guys.
was
Yeah. Yeah,
all
even now when you go to India, there'll be like 10 girls in a class, but the teachers are all guys, you know.
Guys, yeah.
Yeah.
huh.
So yeah. Whenever they send me the pictures every month, they have a new batch in Bhakti Yog Shala or where I'm going to Goa and all this, you know. So they say in Goa, they send me the picture of the batch is 9 girls and the teachers are all 3, 4 teachers are all guys. So I asked them, I want to go there. You want me to come? I'll be the only guy. He said, don't worry, PK, just come. We are there too. So okay.
Yeah.
So I'll be the only guy among all the women teachers, you know, doing the class. But he said, PK, you know everything. You're here to experience it. I said, yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to experience. And since you guys know me, I'll be safe. You know, I won't be bothered with their mentality or whatever, or stay away from us, this kind of thing. You know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to jump over them or
I think yoga needs more men to be
man.
to
Because
kind of balance it out, because what happens now with feminism infused into yoga, you know, they kind of contribute to each other, right?
yeah,
It's driven into some wrong direction, you
yeah,
know.
it
It
is.
really is the delusional, the emotional, and something that yoga isn't traditionally. This is why I'm always happy to see more guys and teachers here teaching us something and sharing the experience. PK, we are very happy and
Yeah. It's important that
lucky to
guys,
have you here on board with us. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your presence. Thank you for being with us and directing us, talking about.
it's just a relationship, any kind, whether you do yoga, you dance, when you dance or you do other activities, how you relate with people. I didn't know all this until I was in school of fine